Hey brother, in this video I'm going to talk about what not to do after a breakup. Now I know there's a lot of things you want to do. You want to try to fix it, you want to try to bring her back, but there's so many things that you can do that's just going to talk her out of liking you and just make your situation so much worse, and we can just avoid all that pain and discomfort so that you can actually either move on gracefully from the situation, or maybe you can re-attract her. So in this video I'm going to talk about what you should not do coming off of your woman not wanting to be with you. The first step, and I know you want to do this, is trying to reach out to her for closure or attention. I know when you first get that breakup, you want to grasp at her and you want to say, what went wrong? What am I doing? How do I change? How do I become the person that you want me to be so you don't break up with me? The problem is this brings you in a very weak position. And when you're in a weak position, meaning that I value you so much, I will change myself to be with you. And now some kind of people might like that kind of authority, or not lack of authority or lack of strength. Most women don't want that. They want you to be you in spite of what anybody else in the world wants. This is how she can trust that you're strong enough to lead her and the family. But if you so easily come to her and you say, hey, I'll just drop everything that I am and be whatever you want, all you do is reinforce the fact that she made the right decision by leaving you. Now, some women, most women actually don't want to hurt your feelings. So they usually hold off on breaking up with you for a long time. And so sometimes what they'll do to try to soften the blow is they'll suggest, hey, maybe we'll have a trial separation. Or maybe we'll just go see other people for a couple of months and see what's going on. And you should never agree to this. If she wants to break up with you, just cut it off clean. And I know you're like, I don't want to do that. I want to hold on to her. I don't want to break it off. But you have to for your own sake and your own sanity. And I'll tell you why. She's just trying to play it soft. And what happens is that when she does this, she's going to be hot and cold. She's going to be calling you and texting you and seeing how you're doing. Try to soften the blow. But the thing is you're going to interpret this as mixed signals. You're going to interpret it as hot and cold behavior, when really she's just checking in on you to see how you're doing because she feels bad about the situation. Or she might suggest seeing other people, which is a trap. I've even seen women say, or wives say, hey, maybe we should open up our relationship to other people. And I can guarantee you, if she says this to you, she already has another guy on the line. She's already got this guy lined up and ready to go, while she'll present it as something like, hey, you can date whoever you want. You can sleep with whoever you want. All the while, you're going to watch her go and be with another guy, and you will just still be dealing with the pain of the end of the relationship. And she'll be with some other guy, and you'll have to watch and witness this, while you won't have anybody on the hook. Again, she may want to friend zone you. So if she says, hey, why don't we just be friends? We can still be friends, right? And still talk and all this stuff. The problem is if you do this, you're still in this place where you're still feeling bad about it. You're still trying to heal from the breaking up of a relationship while you're going to watch her go out and start dating other people. And then she's going to want to tell you about it because you became her friend. And that's not good for you. You should not agree to the friend zone. If she says, hey, we can still be friends, say, well, not while I'm still having feelings for you. Maybe in 6 months or a year I might consider it, but right now, no, I'm sorry. I'm just going to bail. If you're not all in with me, then I'm all out. This also brings us to another point. Never beg her to stay. Why would you beg somebody to stay who doesn't value you? If they don't want you, then don't beg them. All it does is make you look weaker, and again, reinforces her position that she shouldn't be with you, because she wants a guy who can demonstrate strength and courage and mastery and honor in his life. And if you can't do that, if you're sitting there sniveling and crying and begging her to be with you, all it does is demonstrate that you have low value in the world and you need her to make you feel better. Again, that just reinforces her position that she should have broke up with you a long time ago, because you're not getting it done in the world. You're not getting it done with her, and you're not getting it done in your own life. Why would she be your entire life? Society will tell you, make your wife your life, but from her perspective, all you have going on is her. And if that's all you got going on, then how is she going to follow you and follow the direction and stuff that you're supposed to be creating? You can't, because you got none. So don't beg. Next to begging is don't talk to her friends or her family trying to figure out what the hell was going on. It's clear that she doesn't want to be with you, and that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. So just pack up and move on. You don't need to convince her. You don't need to try to triangulate her friends to try to convince you to come back, or talk to her family and say, what's wrong with her? I don't know. All we know is that she doesn't want to be your mate. And if that's the case, you move on and you go find somebody better. And if you don't, if you're still trying to do this, trying to finagle and connive and manipulate the situation, you're just further reinforcing that she shouldn't be with you. And in fact, it shows a little bit of the lack of your own emotional intelligence, your own lack of emotional maturity. So you need to buck up in this way and handle your emotions, not necessarily suppress them, but handle them, and not reach out to her family or her friends and try to triangulate. That's manipulative. Another manipulative thing I see guys do all the time is accidentally running into her in places. Oh, I just happened to see you here. Or driving by her house trying to see what she's up to or who she's with. All you're doing is reinforcing the fact that she shouldn't be with you. And you're driving yourself crazy. When you do this, you just drive yourself crazier and crazier and crazier, and then it doesn't help anything. It just makes you more of a weirdo. So just let it go. Just let it go. All you need to know is she doesn't want to be with you, and then you just move. Just move on. Find the next one. But most of the time, guys are so afraid of being alone, they're so afraid that they can't find the next woman, that they keep doing this cycle where they're like, if I can get her back, then I'll feel complete in my life. That's all I need is this woman. And I have to say that that's just not true. What's going on is something in your psychology is telling you that you're not good enough and you're not worthwhile enough, and we have to get to the root of that and root that out. And the thing is, you are intrinsically valuable. People do like you. It's not a thing. Women will find you attractive, but not if you don't value yourself. You see, the woman in front of you is a reflection of your unconscious thinking. If you can't think about yourself as a valuable person, then she's going to reflect that back to you. That's why she's rejecting you. Even though I don't believe in rejection, you understand that term is rejection. And that's what's going on. So again, it's about managing your emotions. It's about being healthy. It's about going in and feeling the feels, feeling the fear, feeling the sadness, the isolation, and working through that shit. If you try to sedate with alcohol or drugs or porn, and you're doing this all the time, trying to get over it, it's just going to extend the pain for a long time. Maybe you do it long enough to emotionally repress this in the short term, but then over time, it's going to be suppressed. And once it's suppressed, you'll forget what the actual problem is, and now you'll just have anxiety for no reason. I can't tell you the number of guys I work with, they're like, I just have anxiety all the time, I have no idea why. Yeah, that's a lifetime of repressing your emotions. And so now you've forgotten. Again, time doesn't help you heal. Time helps you forget. And you suppress something long enough, then it gets into your subconscious, and now it's repressed. And now you can't even realize why you have anxiety anymore. You just have it all the time. So drugs and alcohol and porn and all these things is just going to reinforce that over and over again. The whole point is we want to go inside and come out and bring this out and heal it. Your friends are probably going to tell you, hey, just get laid. The fast way to get over one woman is get on top of another. And while that might be true for some guys, most of the time it's not, because all that is a quick validation fix. And what you'll find, and what I've found, most guys, they'll go and do this, and they'll say, well, I mean, it made me feel better for a minute, but I'm really right back where I was. You don't have to do that. In fact, going out and doing that is just another form of sedation. It's another form of going out there and pretending that it doesn't exist, that this pain that you have and these insecurities that you have don't exist. And you keep thinking, if I get another woman, then the problem's solved, because now, obviously, I'm valuable, I'm worthwhile. And you're using the validation of women to get yourself to feel validated and worthwhile. One of the bad side effects of this is you get into a rebound relationship. You may find that as soon as you get laid, this woman is now your new girlfriend. And because she's now your new girlfriend, you don't have to deal with all the problems, except you probably are going to attract the same kind of woman you had before. And then when you break up with her, you can say, oh, all women are bitches. All women are like this. It's like, no, you keep having a pattern of behavior that keeps attracting the same kind of woman, who then keeps rejecting you after the honeymoon phase fails, or runs its course, or after she realizes that you're really insecure and then she wants to not be with you. And you're like, well, all women are unreliable. No women are really loyal. And it's like, well, no, I think you're just really insecure, and you're able to rope them in quickly, but then when they see who you really are, they want to get the hell out of there. And it's really an issue with you and how you're presenting yourself and how you are as a person. You see, if you're not willing to go within and solve your own problems, you're going to keep having this cycle of relationships over and over and over and over again. And then every time you go through this cycle, you're going to think that all women are like this. And you're going to suffer from what's called confirmation bias. In other words, this is all I see, so this must be all that exists. And in order to break that, you're going to have to go into your own psychology. And again, I shouldn't have to say this, but don't hurt yourself. Don't threaten suicide. Don't threaten to do anything stupid. It's just not worth it. No woman on this planet is worth losing your own life over, or hurting yourself, or hurting other people. I shouldn't have to say this, but for some of you, if you're watching this, it's probably because you're in a lot of pain and you're trying to find some answers. So I'm telling you, it's not necessarily worth going through all of this pain and heartache. If you're trying to get attention from her, all you're going to do is demonstrate that you have low value even more. As you go out there and you try to threaten this kind of stuff, or you hurt yourself, all you're doing is showing everybody that you can't manage your own psychology. And all you have to do is go and actually go within. Go within and deal with the pain. If you got to get a therapist, hire a coach, hire me, join one of my programs, then you can get a handle on this, and you don't have to do something like this. If you like this video, go ahead and like or subscribe. If you got value out of this video, go ahead and comment below. Tell me what you think. If you think I'm full of shit or if you agree with me, I'd like to know. Either way, it's going to help me in the channel. And if you'd like some help with your relationship situation, maybe you're going through a breakup or a divorce and you need some help to navigate this successfully so you don't have custody issues or financial problems, or you're able to get her back or move on really quickly, go ahead and text this number below. We'll have a conversation about the next steps with you and Genuine Attraction.